welcome to a brand new video. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Amelia and I upload from different kind of videos, from lifestyle, book videos to weekly vlogs. And before we get into the video, please give it a thumbs up, please comment down below, please subscribe, please follow my social medias that I linked in the description. And without further ado, let's just get on with this video. I'm really cold. This is another reading vlog. I've literally just finished the other one today and I decided I wanted to read a book that I had read a good few years ago and I wanted to reread it, but I felt like I wanted to do it for a vlog because I wanted to see if I still liked it as much as I did back then. This was one of my favourite books, and for the last, I think I read it about 6-7 years ago, and for the last, since I read it, before I started reading this shit, I've said this was my favourite book. I've recommended it to everyone. I constantly speak about it, even though I haven't read it for so long. So I really want to see if it still is as good as I remember it to be. And it is The Sky is Everywhere by Jandy Nelson. And I'll just read you what it says in the back, but I do kind of remember what it's about. It goes, what's wrong with me? What kind of girl wants to kiss every boy at a funeral, I can't read that. A guy in a tree after making out with her dead sister's boyfriend the previous night. Speaking of which, what kind of girl makes out with her sister's boyfriend at all? There's one word, but I can't really, I know it says mal? I don't know. But, or is this his move? No. Basically, I remember it being about this girl who lost her sister. Her sister had a boyfriend, and yeah, it's emotional, it's good. I'm really excited to see if I can remember it. I ordered this on Amazon as like £3 hardback. I'm about to start reading The Sky is Everywhere, and I have just watched a trailer for it because I just found out that it's come out as a film on Apple TV. Like, what? How did I not know about this for so long that they were doing this? And the trailer, I mean, it looks a bit cringy in parts, but I also feel that the trailer looks like really good, and watching the trailer reminds me of what the book is about, which excites me to read this. So I'm going to update my Goodreads and Storygraph, and I'm going to start this. And I've got a playlist on YouTube on whilst I read. It's You're a Hopeless Romantic but in the 19th century, and I absolutely love the playlist. And it's now starting from the beginning because my computer doesn't like me, so I'm just going to restart it. I'm about to go sit in bed, probably put like a film or something on and chill and read some more of this. I've read 2 chapters, I think. Find out in a minute. Yeah, 2 chapters of this book so far, and I'm reading it and I'm slightly remembering it. It obviously doesn't get juicy, but Lenny has gone back to school, or Lennon is her name, but she prefers to be called Lenny. Gone back to school, gone back to band, and has met the new guy called, oh my god, what's his name? Why can't I remember his name? I want to say Tom? Joe. Just so the new guy Joe, who is in the music, and we find out about basically someone who she doesn't like called Rachel, and we meet her best friend Sarah, and yeah, it's obviously good. I've only read 2 chapters, so not in a very short chapters, so not much has actually happened yet. But I will keep you updated if it's what I remember. I'm really excited to get back into it to see if I actually still love it as much as I did before. Okay, I'm now about to start chapter 6. I want to say it's chapter 6. I'm not sure. I'm not holding this very well. Yeah, chapter 6 of The Sky is Everywhere. I do remember it now, and I've just gone to the part where Lenny kisses her sister's ex-boyfriend, or ex-fiance as it says. Yeah, oh, it's getting good from what I remember. I obviously need to read more. I'm only 15% of the way through. So I've got another 85%, wait, 75%. No, 85. Why can't I do maths? Yeah, 85% of the way to go. Of the book. It's fine. I don't know why I couldn't do maths. Like 25 would mean 75. Why am I so dumb? But I'm going to read a bit more tonight, and then probably just head to bed as we've got a long day tomorrow, and I'll be reading loads at work tomorrow, so... I'm literally halfway through this book. I'm 50% of the way through Skies Everywhere. If I'm reading it and I can remember it, do not get me wrong, but it's just not as good as I remember it to be. Like, I think this is heading towards 4 stars. Not even 4 stars, 3 stars. I want to say it's between 2 and 3 stars for me right now, which is actually making me so sad because this was my favourite book. Like, about 6 years ago, it was my favourite book, and it was all I spoke about. I mean, I'm not saying I don't like it anymore, but I think because I used to love it, and now I've read some other books that have literally become, like, top tier, this is not as good as I remember it. I am still going to obviously continue reading it. I'm still liking it. Lenny is falling for Joe, but also still thinking about Toby. So Toby is her sister's ex-boyfriend, or as I say, sister's boyfriend, because if it wasn't for the fact that her sister died, they'd still be together and probably engaged, about to get married and whatever. So yeah, and they made out. They nearly had sex, and then Joe walked in. And then Joe is the guy in her band who has fallen for her, and she's like really likes, but yeah, I can't really remember what happens and who she chooses or how it works out. But yeah, I'm 50% of the way through, so I'm hoping to read a few more chapters today. I'm 63% of the way through this book now. we just found out Bailey was pregnant when she died, which is kind of very sad. Joe and Lenny, why can't I think of her name? Sorry, I wanted to burp and I don't burp. Basically had said they were gonna he was gonna take her virginity, and they were like falling in love. It was so cute. And then he saw her kiss Toby when Toby told her Bailey was pregnant. It's tough because I kind of understand why she has a thing with Toby, because it's like reminds her of her sister, but still, if you really want something to work with Joe, you wouldn't do it either way. But she's 16 years old as well. I think there's a bit of immaturity there, not just the idea of grief, but I think grief is a big part of it too. Okay, I'm 83% of the way through this book. I've literally not got much left, so I'm going to try and finish it in the next hour, and then I'll discuss my thoughts. Hello and welcome. Okay, so I have just finished The Sky is Everywhere by Jandy Nelson. This book I read like 6-7 years ago, was obsessed with it to the point where for the last 6 years it's the book I've been recommending to people. Well, I wouldn't say recommending to people, but I would always talk about. Don't get me wrong, I still love it, but just not as much as I used to. I think I'm going to give this a 3 stars. And I did not think that. So Joe and Lenny end up getting together. She fights it. She tries her hardest to make sure he realises that she's in love with him and not in love with Toby. They end up getting back together, and she's gonna fight Rachel for first chair. I really liked how like affectionate she is about Bailey, even though Bailey's gone, and the loss of her mum. Her mum like ran away years ago. But I don't know. I don't really know how to describe it. It's not as good as I remember, which is probably why I didn't vlog much of this, if I'm honest with you. It's not as good as I remember, and when I read it a few years ago, I remember it being a lot better than it is now. But I did remember certain things that happened, which is good. And now I do want to watch the TV series. It's on the film that is on Apple. So it's gonna be a problem because I can't afford to pay for Apple yet. But another day maybe. But yeah. I do hope you enjoyed this video. It's a very short one, but I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Please comment down below. Please subscribe, and I will see you again very soon with another video.